What are the hottest items in RC right now is the question. And with over 70,000 items at AMain Hobbies, we've got the data on what you guys are looking at the most. So here it is, compiled over the last few months. These are the top 20 viewed RC items at AMain Hobbies. Number 20. To start off our list is the heaviest hitting 1/8 scale basher released this year from Traxxas, and it's the 1/8 scale sledge. Now this truck was originally released in March of this year and came out swinging with a clipless body fastening, quick release battery box, and a host of anodized aluminum parts. It's one premium truck, and it must be, even after all these months, it's still one of the most looked at RC vehicles on our site. The fact that it's $100 off right now when we film this doesn't hurt either. Number 19. Another heavy hitter is up next, and it's one of the fastest, funnest, and most torturous ways to burn through a set of RC tires. And that's with the rubber melting Infraction V2. This 1/7 scale 11-pound RC car is the quintessential missile-like on-road experience, where burning rubber, doing speed runs, and getting sideways is the lay of the land. It's truly an amazing car with tons of 6S brushless power, best suited for the experienced driver, speed junkies, and thrill seekers. Number 18. Traxxas strikes again with another excellent off-road basher, one size down from the sledge, but still every bit of awesome, and it's the updated Traxxas Wide Max truck. Now this truck came out earlier this year, and compared to the original Max, it's stacked, including the Wide Max kit, a longer chassis, and the aggressive sledgehammer tires. With that, the bigger stance of the Wide Max makes it primed for aggressive driving, and the clipless body fastening and a 60-mile-an-hour speed rating bring the spice. Number 17. Now stepping down from such extremes, the number 17 spot belongs to something a little more practical for most users and most budgets. This is the 1/8 scale Infraction V3 Mega. Now this looks like the big boy 1/7 scale Infraction, but it's not. It's been spec'd down in size, power, and price, and it's the least expensive car we've looked at so far. Now under the hood, it's based on the same platform as the 3S BLX brushless line of bashers, but it's been narrowed up for on-road use and then outfitted with brushed electronics to remain more in reach for your average driver. Number 16. Next on the list is not another car, but believe it or not, it's the Destroyer body from Biddy Design, which is a large 1/7 scale on-road body for the Infraction V2. Now this body comes clear, and it resembles a late model Ford Mustang or the Unicorn, and it has strong aggressive lines and 2 different nose pieces included. We actually used this body for our Making a Burnout Car video, where we had a fully custom painted version of the Destroyer on our Infraction V2, which impressively converts rubber into dust. Number 15. The newly released Saab Goblin Raw 420 takes our number 15 spot for the most looked at item, and it's one wildly OP RC helicopter that's lightweight, yet powered by 6S LiPo. I'm told the Raw 420 uses a competition series electric direct drive motor and a one-way bearing system, allowing you to perform auto rotations with ease. For power, the Raw 420 uses a single 6S battery paired with carbon blades and has a final weight of only 1,000 grams with the motor and blades installed. Number 14. The 1979 Chevy K5 Blazer is next, and this truck was originally released last year, built on the TRX4 trail truck chassis, with the hallmark being the officially licensed Blazer body and overall scale replica look. Everywhere you check this thing out, the body trim, to the grille, to the bumpers, the truck just looks fantastic. The truck also features a fully capable 4x4 chassis, remote locking differentials, portal axles, and a link suspension. Number 13. Holy smokes, this is the biggest RC crawler I've ever seen, and I'm not alone. This is the 13th most looked at RC item in AMain land, and it's the 1/6 scale SCX6 Trail Honcho. Now this 4x4 brute comes in at over 33 inches long and weighs a staggering 25 pounds, which probably helps it keep planted in the terrain, but I wouldn't want to carry it around for too long. Thankfully, most users report that the SCX6 is so so big you can ride it, but I wouldn't recommend that. Number 12. These dang old trail trucks must be pretty popular because up next is one of the coolest unofficial Tacoma reproduction trucks you can buy in radio-controlled form. Created in part by James Knight of Knight Customs, and it's the Enduro Night Runner from Element RC. Now this truck comes in two different colors, with the gray scheme released late last year and the more recent blue with gold colors released just months ago. Now both trucks come ready to run. They both look fantastic, featuring officially licensed 1.55-inch General Grapper ATX tires. Number 11. The next truck is no stranger to the RC world, and it's one of the best looking large-scale desert trucks money can buy. It's the Traxxas UDR, or Unlimited Desert Racer. This pro-scale truck features a front independent suspension with a rear trailing arm link suspension with solid axle. You also find double long travel shocks are used on each corner for lots of travel, sag, and realism. Number 10. Number 10 is a bit of a surprise, and it's the one and only electronic component to make this list. It's the Hobbywing 2-in-1 ESC and motor system, mainly for use with 2S and 3S trail trucks. Now, motors and speed controllers are generally not so interesting, but all eyes are on this unit because the speed controller is actually built into the motor, meaning there's less components to work with, less wire, and less weight. It also saves on space in the chassis if things are getting a little cramped. Number 9. The chassis space inside our next RC will never get cramped because it's the Sen F250 lifted truck, featuring a stretched chassis design, lifted suspension, and the officially licensed Ford F250 body in blue and orange color. Sen also offers their F450 dually, released a few years ago, but all eyes are on the beautifully recreated F250, which features hard-molded plastic accessories like bumpers, a trail hitch, wipers, side mirrors, and more. The truck also features RGB LED lights under the wheel wells that can be changed with a push of a button. Number 8. How about 8S power for number 8? Because this is the Traxxas XMax, which is not a new vehicle, but it's a longtime fan favorite for its mammoth sizing, aggressive monster truck looks, and 8S LiPo power. In fact, the XMax is the most powerful monster truck Traxxas makes, and it's available in 5 different body color schemes. Traxxas also recently released the Wide Max kit for the XMax, pushing its stance even wider, best suited for more aggressive driving styles. Number 7. If you prefer your RC cars to go brap brap, the Losi DB-XL 2.0 gas buggy takes the number 7 spot for most viewed, while the electric version didn't even make the list. It's great to see so many people checking out this large 1/5 scale buggy and all it has to offer, like being ready to run, including a 32cc 2-stroke engine, an 800cc gas tank, independent suspension, 4x4 drivetrain, and the awesome recreated desert buggy looks. Number 6. You guys love checking out these extreme cars, and number 6 is no exception, going to the recently released Arrma Limitless V2. Now this is the first car on the list that's not ready to run, because this is not a beginner's car and it must have all the electrical components spec'd and added by the experienced user. Depending on the components and the battery power used, the Limitless can easily reach speeds of excess of 100 miles an hour and run a full-size quarter-mile run in the 8-second range. Number 5. The rival MT10 from Team Associated is next on our list, and it's one of the most practical, durable, and budget-friendly monster truck bashers you can get in the 1/10 scale size, and it's compatible with both 2S and 3S LiPo batteries. People say these trucks are pretty hard to break, which is an attribute that quickly makes an RC car popular. When you want to go out, kick up some dust, and hit some jumps, the MT10 is a great way to do it, especially for the first-time RCer. Number 4. We're driving back to the trail trucks for the number 4 spot, and it belongs to the newest member of the Vanquish VS410 line. It's the Phoenix. Now this truck is pretty wild, and it's a cut above the standard ready-to-run truck because this is a kit, and it must be assembled and fully spec'd out by the user, including painting the body. The truck has tons of advanced features though, including plastic portal axles, adjustable overdrive, and a selectable dig unit to lock up that rear end. Number 3. The MX20 Drift Car is next on the list, and it's one of the best user-friendly ready-to-run drift cars that you can buy in the rear-wheel drive configuration, and it includes everything needed, even a steering gyro. The best part about these drift cars are all the accessories, wheel and tire options, and upgrades you can make for them, for styling or for better drift performance. Not to mention, the car is available in a ton of different body styles, and for the number 3 spot, it goes specifically to the Nissan GT-R body. Number 2. Number 2 is not such a surprise because this truck was just released and it's still hot off the press. It's the 1979 Chevy K10 lifted truck from Traxxas on the TRX4 chassis. Although this isn't the regular TRX4 chassis as we discussed earlier with the Blazer, this is the high lift kit equipped TRX4, which means it's been given a lift kit for more clearance, uses larger 2.2 size tires for even more clearance, and it uses the K10 body style. What's more is this body style uses the clipless body fastening system for a cleaner, more realistic look, which the Blazer does not. Number 1. Of all the products at AMain Hobbies, this number 1 spot attracts almost 25% more daily views than number 2 does. And I know being on top is temporary until something else catches our eye. But in the meantime, it's sure good to be on top, said the Vanquish VS410 Phoenix straight axle kit, which is just like the number 4 truck we already talked about, except the portal axles are replaced with straight axles. And apparently, you guys are really appreciating this. Guys, we put links to all these items down below. Go take another look. And to see how this list changed from 5 months ago, check out our last top viewed video.